Hey there, it's me Red Knight and welcome back to Hey Day. And we're actually starting off with my level 121 farm, so the big one. Currently at the moment for status we've just achieved another threshold and we're now working towards the next one, so only 124,000 points until we get to the middle of the board. Oh well, long way to go, but we're not worrying about that today. I'm actually going to do some harvesting. Now over here I have some beautiful corn, I've got some wheat and I've got some soybeans. And you know what, harvesting is actually very beneficial. Number one, it gives you a lot of products. So for every crop that you plant, you'll get another one in return. So that's two for the price of one seed. Yeah, I like that. Additionally as well, you'll also get a lot of XP, which is really good. So one more time, a lot of XP. So if you're looking to make a lot of XP within the game, actually harvesting can be very nice. Now it will depend on the crops. Now as an example, I'm harvesting my soybeans here, not really a lot of experience points, but when you're looking at, let's say, 139 fields here, that XP amount adds up rather quickly. So sometimes actually planting and harvesting a crop that grows much more quickly is more beneficial in the long run than actually waiting for a crop that actually takes a long time to grow. Now the corn as an example, another beautiful one down there. Again, not really a lot of experience points there, but like I said, the same situation. If it's actually growing quickly, then why not harvest it? So you'll see there a lot of XP is being added to my total. Now, in addition to getting the experience points and the actual crop itself, I also get the occasional expansion material. Now I like the expansion materials, they can be very nice indeed. They could be anything that relates to the barn. As an example, you could get some bolts, you might get planks, you may even get some duct tape. I might even, if I'm lucky, get myself some nails, screws and wooden panels. Additionally, you'll get some nice land expansion materials. If we slide on down here to the bottom, you might find a few additional items that I don't need. For example, it could be a deed, so we can sell that one. Don't need that one either. Go on back down there again, slide up slowly. There's a couple of maps there I don't need. I'm going to sell those as well, of course. Actually, no, I won't. I'll keep those. I want those for later for something else. But the mallets you might get as well if you are expanding, gives you more coins as well. And if we go down there, we may even find some stakes. Look at that, 10 stakes in total there for whoever wants them. And I just keep adding them up to the grand total and then plonk that one in with an additional one stake there as well down at the very bottom. Oh, lovely jubbly. First come, first served, everybody. They're there and waiting. Now, wheat is something that we often hear people talk about. Doing a lot of wheating can be very beneficial. Now, again, wheating gives you one experience point. So you'll see between the two crops, the XP amount is actually not a lot. Now, in total, as I said, I've got 139 plots of land there. So I've got a lot of choices here when it comes to actually working on my experience points. Now, do I go with the crop that actually turns around really quickly, gives me the one experience point, but I get a lot of product rather fast? And I may even get myself some expansion materials. So why not? Let's do it. Let's do a little bit of wheating. Wheating, and we planted the wheat. We've got 25 left down there. We come down to this corner as well, and we plant there as well. Will I have enough, I wonder? And just got it. Right, now, when it comes to harvesting that wheat, it's going to cause a bit of an issue. My silo will fill up rather quickly, which is not a problem. The only downside is that I've actually got to sell it or use it. Now, I could fill a boat crate. So as an example over here, it's requesting some crops and items that I can do, so I can produce those goods, get rid of them, maybe claim a lot of experience points at the same time. Now, sometimes my actual crates are for crops that I can grow. And again, when looking at those crops, you need to decide if you want to do it or not. Now, in this case, I've got 118 in storage. It's only 16 in each crate, but that's still a lot considering the grand total. Now, turnaround time, it's 3 hours to produce each one of those mints. Now, I could do this, okay, it's not really going to hurt too much. However, if I do start doubling up my crops first, then doing my crates later, maybe it's more beneficial. But in this case, I'm not going to be too worried. We're going to just do the crate anyway and then send it on its way. And I'm going to have basically no mint left within storage, but it's okay. I'll just grow it later when we talk about that. Right, my boat is on its way. Will there be any more crops for the next one? No. However, I can actually produce a lot of sugar, which means make a lot of syrup, which is rather nice. Now you'll notice at the moment that if I actually tap on the syrup, you'll see that the time is highlighted. That's because there's an event ongoing, which is for specific machinery. Now that machinery, as an example, uses another kind of crop. So I could actually use my rice down here, or I could use my fresh pasta and use the wheat and the eggs to make that one as well. And they will produce very quickly. So using my resources that I'm making by planting those crops gives me the ability to actually make a lot of goodies as well. So we do need the wheat, of course, so we're going to get that one done now. Look at that, some nice beautiful tape there as well. A lot of experience points, a nice little axe there, which is really nice. And maybe we'll plant a little bit more wheat as well. And oh dear, my storage is going to increase and increase and increase. Yeah, not a problem though. Right, now we come down here, we do the last one. Beautiful yellow color there. I like it a lot. Right, plant that one as well. Right, now I do need some eggs, of course, because I've got to actually produce goods on a machine that is being sped up. So speeding up is something I like. Any machine that is working faster is a good thing to actually use. But there we go. Wonderful. Now when I sell that pasta later or use it, I should make a lot of cash out of it. Now my actual harvest is not just the crops itself, it's also related to some of the bushes and the trees within the game. For example, I might start making a lot of olive oil. Now I don't actually have any olives harvested at the moment. I could start producing a lot of soy sauce as well. I also need to produce tomatoes because I want to make some tomato sauce, and there's a lot of other products that are needed to actually make many of these items. Now I need a lot of salsa, which is tomatoes, it's the peppers, and it's the actual onions as well. So we get a few of those on the go, and now you'll see my quantities going down. Now I can continue making those items, but the issue again is watching out for the balance. Now you'll see there I'm down to 99 tomatoes, and if I keep doing this it takes 2 away, and it's not such a problem. But like I said, the only issue is the turnaround time. Now with the wheat it's really quick, it turns around very quickly and it produces rather fast, but it's the crop growing time for the crops that take a long time. So again, when you are using those crops, be very careful that you do not go below a certain threshold. If you're going below that threshold, you are going to have issues when it comes to actually growing and keeping a good quantity of crops within your silo. Okay, right, well let's go and collect the wheat. I've got enough there at the moment. I think you've got a good idea on what's good for XP and for the rewards. And I'm getting a lot of nice items there, which is actually pretty cool. Plus my actual total's increasing nicely. Right, now as we skimp through here, you'll look at the 5 different sections there for all of the crops, and you'll see that I'm actually down on a lot of my produce, and I need to start actually harvesting a lot more. So I'm going to place down some mint here. Now I don't have to put down all of the mint. Okay, I've put down enough there because remember it actually doubles up, and I'm leaving enough in storage as well. Same with the melons, I do some of the melons as well. Again, I'm not putting down all of them, I'm keeping some in storage. Now you can do that, you can separate the actual quantity of crops that you're making, or if you wanted to, why not just blitz one crop all in one go, and if you make a load of that one, use all of your resources you've got there. Okay, you can't actually make anything else, which is a bit of a problem, because once you've actually used all of your crops, you have 0 in storage. And if I come to my silo at the moment, you'll see there that I have none of the sugarcane. So if I try to actually do that at the moment, it says, do you want to spend diamond? No, not important. And that also means as well, because I just done that, I can't actually produce any more sugar down on my sugar machine. But that's okay, even though it's actually being sped up. Once the actual cane is grown and ready, I can start making the syrup, and that will be very nice indeed, because it does use a lot of sugar cane, hence the fact that I'm blitzing it all in one go. Now in the meantime, because I've got a little bit of a space down there, we need to start growing some other items. Now I do need the actual tomatoes, and I do need some strawberries, and I need some other products. So now I'm going to focus on the rice here. Now you saw there that I needed strawberries and I needed tomatoes. Now a little suggestion or tip for you. You don't always have to make the item. Okay, it's actually more beneficial sometimes to buy them from the newspaper. So you see there that I need tomatoes, and that's 6 hours worth of growing time. The strawberries there are 8 hours worth of growing time. Now if I got a booster, I can speed those up maybe, or if I'm leaving them overnight, I can grow them and come back in the morning. But why do that? I can make so much more money within the game by just selling something very, very quickly, and then going to the roadside stall and looking for tomatoes and strawberries if they are being advertised, and then just buy them because someone else has actually produced them and someone else is selling them. Now at the moment, you see from checking the newspaper, there's nothing really there I want. Okay, there's some nice eggs there that are discounted, so I can take all of those, and I don't mind doing that, of course, but strawberries and tomatoes, nothing at this moment. Now I could go and check some of these others. Maybe they're selling a few additional items, maybe they're not. It's just a random luck of the draw. But you do not have to grow everything. You can go and buy them as well. Right, I think that's enough on the crops. I've got my crops growing for the moment. You've got a basic little bit of tip and idea and suggestions there. Either grow and work on the XP and gain the rewards. Okay, split your crops and actually focus on partial growth of crops. Or go and buy some from the newspaper if you don't want to actually produce them. Okay, well that's me, Red, signing off. Hope you liked the video. It's a very short one, just a little bit of a chat, and I'll see you next time, because I'm going to go and start remodifying my farm and getting ready for Halloween. Goodbye now, take care, and have fun. See you.